Hey everyone, welcome back to more StarCraft Brood War.
You have all performed superbly, especially you, Phoenix. My hive clusters are brimming with energy, and my broods are stronger than ever.
Then let's waste no time. Every moment we sit here means that the UED's defenses will be that much stronger, and I want nothing to stand between us and the retaking of my planet.
You're right, Arcturus. The time to strike the UED is now. But remember that we're up against one of the most heavily defended planets in the sector. Laying siege to Korhal won't be easy. Not only does the UED control a substantial standing army, but may have Zerg reinforcements as well. Raynor, you and Phoenix will strike at the more outlying fortification, while my forces are busy assaulting the main UED base at Augustgrad.
We've discussed this plan 100 times. It's the damn attack.
Ha! Very well, Arcturus. Before the next sunrise, Korhal will be yours once again.
Alright, here we go. Let's get this party started. We didn't get any of the infested command centers. That's fine. We have 4 hatcheries. What the heck? That's great. This is good news, everyone. The Arc Macro is just gonna ramp up to the stratosphere. Oh, this is the greatest gift I could have asked for. Yeah, there's even a Sarlacc pit and a sandworm. Look at these references. Actually, it's get going gas. Oh, so I mean, this is all great and dandy, but we do need to get. Oh, sand snake. Hey. Hey.
As I suspected, the UED has sent its pet Zerg to reinforce their troops. But strangely enough, there aren't very many Zerg attacking. Maybe the UED is having more difficulty controlling the Overmind than I thought.
Oh, probably. Alright, well, man, we have so many minerals, and for us, me being a macro player, this is a dream, man, just to, oh my goodness. See, we're spending this so fast. Look at that, we're down 500 minerals. Alright, hold on, let's just, change the rally point. Let's get some upgrades. We want to get, I think, Hive as quickly as possible, because if we can get Cracklings, we're going to be in a great spot. And I think to begin with, Zerglings are going to be our linchpin. Alright, so, to begin with, whoops, don't want the Hydro Stand. Let's get 1 evolution chamber, 2 evolution chambers. And then what we can do as well is, so we have some detection, is get 1 creep colony, get to another one, and we're going to turn these guys into spores. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go full throttle all the Zerglings that we have, and crush nerds. It's been a great time. And I think we're actually going to wait till Dreamland's finish first, and then we're just going to be commence assault. So we're going to be sitting our butts for a little bit, which is hopefully a good time to launch into some tangents. And it's kind of like I was talking about this in some previous episodes. Oh, interesting. You know, needing work experience to get a job, but in order to get work experience, you need to have a job. So how it's kind of a catch-22. But then I was also kind of thinking as well, it's that seemed almost bleak as a conversation topic, because it was okay, well, what can you do to achieve your dreams? Is such a thing possible? Because I was also saying well, life's uncertain and there's a lot of things that occur that we just don't have any real understanding of. like, which okay, and like, backing off, like, that seems vague, but then, I guess to, make this a bit more of a pointed question, the question that I have is, how often, okay, well, when people, like, set goals and dreams for themselves, how often do they feel like they've achieved that? And, like, for them, what is success? That was the hook I was looking for. It's like, what's success for some people? Because I think for some, success is, you know, achieving your dreams. And it's like, okay, well, what are someone's dreams? Like, well, that's going to really depend on which person you ask, because as one might expect, different people have different ambitions. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we on hits.
All forces are under attack.
Get him! Ah, I don't want him to get away! Alright, that works. I mean, not gonna complain too much about that. So, you know, oh, that's not cool. Great, we're getting a lot of circles. And then we're going so hard on the circles because we have all these, like, mineral bases. But eventually I would like to go expand and take more bases so we can get more gas, so we don't have to rely on just circles. I feel like that is almost gonna be gone. Where are you going? I'm actually gonna change my mind. We're gonna place you there. So I was talking about success and, like, and this is just like idle conversation, but, like, for me, I wonder, like, how many people feel like they have been successful, because, like, and the reason why I started talking about jobs initially is because it's like, okay, well, I think some people think, like, in order to be happy, you need to have this dream job. And I think that's, I guess that's what it comes down to. Like, for me, success is happiness. If I'm happy, then I'm successful. And once you know it, I feel happy right now. So, by my own terms, I feel successful. But then, you know, I think there's also a thought too. It's like, well, isn't it weird that you're like 25 and yet you feel like you're already successful? Like, shouldn't success come later in your life? And it's like, if you're trying to get your dream job, then, like, I can see how one might arrive at that conclusion. But as it stands for me, it's like, what's wrong with being or feeling successful at a young age? And it's like, well, I wonder at least if some people feel that, like, if you feel success at a young age, oh, we're so close to 2-2. We may as well wait. If you feel successful at a young age, it's kind of like, well, you've done it. Like, there's nothing else to work towards. And it's like, well, I don't think that's entirely true. Like, I think for me, that's not good. Part of what drives me is that, like, I do have these ambitions that that'll take time to get to. Like, we should probably get, like, some lists. I mean, the Cracklys are gonna, like, tear everything apart pretty quickly. So maybe we don't need to worry about this. Hold on, let me organize this. So, like, for me, even though I might proclaim myself as happy, there are still things I want to do and things I want to work towards. And it's like, well, why? Like, you feel like you've already achieved success. Like, well, yeah, but for me, like, you know, I'm happy, but I also want to do things like I want to see how far my YouTube channel can go. Like, I want to make more videos. And I won't stop until I see the sector burn to ash. Well, I'm exaggerating, of course, but like working towards a goal, like that's part of what gives me joy. So it makes sense for me to like, want to do that. Also, I have no idea how well the Zerglings are doing, but I'm assuming that they're absolutely crushing it.
Our forces are under attack.
Holy crap, man. So this is what happens when you just like unleash a bunch of Krakens on them. Wow, okay, like I was expecting this mission to be kind of like, oh ha ha ha, like we're gonna have to try, but like this didn't work. Like this worked. Well, okay, actually they'll also kind of stop the storm. Alright, fair enough. I mean, once the Ultra turned on, though, like, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, actually, let's... Okay, stop the... Stop the attack! Ah! Too many Oculus and the... Oh, look at that mineral base. The Guardians are going to make hard to advance. So what we do need to do is get something else. So now this is where we're going to be like, okay, Hydralisks. Actually, let's build that now.
Our forces are under attack.
And we can actually take another base. Which is exciting. Man, these Zerglings are too cute, man. Alrighty then. So, we've blown through most of our money. But hey, that's alright. That's the cost of doing business. And there'll be more where that came from.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, what's over here? I would love to get my hands on the gas base. Which is, you know, something I'll work towards. So I guess I talked, you know, a bit about success and like what do you think that is, and like, you know, different meanings for different people. And it's like, okay, well, like, what are some of your goals? It's like, well, like, you know, this would be fun to do for a full-time job. It's like, all right. But then, like, you know, is that even going to be possible? I don't know. And I think one thing that's worth thinking about is I heard that sometimes people think that the grass is always greener on the other side. Which I get how people can, like, fall into that mindset. Because, like, you always want what you don't have. So, and I guess going back to the topic of, well, what is one's dream job? It's like, well, I think for some people it's like, well, it's something that you don't currently have. Oh, neat, okay. Look how fast they just annihilate that. So, like, I could have the mindset that, oh, hey, like, I'm not a YouTuber right now, like, full-time, so therefore I can't be happy because I'm achieving my dream job. It's like, well, hold the phone buckle, because on one hand, like, yes, like, you're not there yet, but all my needs are met, and I'm having a good time right now, so isn't that important? Like, I think even if I do become, like, a video editor or, like, YouTube full-time, there's going to be their own host of challenges that's going to come with everything, right? Like, so, off the top of my head, like, it's like, okay, well, the nice thing about working at a building with other people is that, like, fulfill a social need. Like, I can have human interaction, and that's really good for me. Whereas, if I did do this full time, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get my social needs met. And the other thing too is like, then I'm my own boss. Like, if I'm at work, it's pretty clearly defined like what I need to do. Like, it's not like, oh, like I have to make my own work. It's like, no, like we need this like software feature, so like you need to get to work making that. And it's like, okay, cool, that's great. But oh, this is such a cakewalk now. You know, if I like do my own work, like say, okay, we'll just do YouTube. That all of a sudden becomes like a lot less clear, because like, oh yeah, like you need to make videos, but then like you need to also like find your own contract work. There's a lot less directions, like what kind of videos you make, you don't know. It's like stuff that you think is gonna do well. It's like, well, how do you know what's gonna do well? It's like, well, experience. Like, it's a lot more, like, I guess, stress for trying to manage that. But then I can also see like, oh, but there's also a lot more like freedom. Like, there's a trade-off to everything. So, and I think that's why I tried to resist the notion that like, oh, like things will just be better, because it'll be different. And like, not to say that I wouldn't enjoy doing YouTube work more than what I currently do. Like, I think I would, which is, you know, part of the reason why I'm working towards it. But it's not gonna be like this be-all, end-all that's gonna like just magically solve everything. It's like, well, no, I guess there's still gonna be like its own set of difficulties with it, and that's completely okay. So, and like, bring it back to my previous point. Like, I wonder, and like, I don't know how many people this is. Like, I do all right with like being happy with like what I have currently. Like, I think I'm like predisposed to being like cheerful and optimistic. Like, that's just like natural for me. So, you know, what I have currently I think is awesome. Like, you know, I can come home, like I can do my hobbies for fun, like play me some video games and like record videos, make, you know, highlight videos and stuff like that, and have an audience. Like, I have all these great things going on, whereas for some people it's like, oh, like if only I had more. And I actually had my manager talked to me about it. Not like talk to me, but he offered like a piece of wisdom one time. He's just like, be careful of the addiction of more. And like, not necessarily in just like a materialistic sense, like, oh yeah, like I want more stuff, but like more as in like, oh, I want to work more hours for like YouTube because I enjoy my work. Like, I want to like go more and more and more, like harder into that. When that in its own right is also very dangerous, but like taking that mindset, it was like, for me, it's like, okay, like that's something to be careful for, and like, and I see that as like being content with what you have, and not, again, it's not to say that you can't work for more. I think that's completely fine and natural, but it's more of like, you know, be happy with what you have as well. Like, don't be afraid to take joy in the things that you already have. So I wonder, for some people, especially I feel like in North America, like we have like a very like consumeristic society. If, okay, we've expanded a lot, and like we just have troops, so we're gonna just like go ahead and pull the trigger on this. We have Hydras, we have Zerglings. We're good to go. We have Ultra Tech. We'll worry about that later, though. So I guess, like, for me, like, I have these reasons. Like, I wonder how popular these mindsets are. And I guess I'm just noting as well, like, I don't partake in them myself. Or at least, like, not to the extent some other people do. Because I don't want to give off the impression, like, oh, like, Frudgey thinks he's above all this. No, that's not the case. Like, I'm human like the rest of you, you know? Like, and everything I said, like, this is the musings of, like, one guy in his room playing some video games. That's it. And, like, I might be saying things that you're like, yeah, you know what? I actually, like, I really disagree with this. And that's great. Like, oh, man, those ultras, man.
Our forces are under attack.
We need more units.
Our forces are under attack.
Did we do the anti-tanking? We did. So now altitude is just fun.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this macro engine rolling as quickly as possible. Which, I mean, I think I succeeded with being honest. What are you guys doing? Get to work.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Alright, send the ultralisks.
Our forces are
Alright, I think our attack's losing steam. That's alright, we got wave 2 coming. Oh man, macroing is an involved process. Like, sorry, I know I was talking about stuff before, but now we need to get these Zerg guys to attack, you know? Okay, well, I think the ultras are going to help, you know, absorb the brunt of most of this. And let us send... Where's Zerglings? Oh my goodness, they're just so happy to be here. Alright, beautiful. I'm glad that happens.
Our forces are under attack.
Ultralisks, Hydralisks. Here, let's go ahead and load that. Good, there's Hydralisks. So we'll just follow out because they can actually shoot things.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, I think we need more Hydralisks to deal with the anti-air.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, well, this is interesting.
Our forces are under attack.
I would have thought they would have crumbled like a house of cards by now, but I guess that was not the case.
Our forces
It's alright, we can get more where that came from. We would like to get... Oh, hello.
Our forces are under attack.
Actually,
Our forces are under attack.
okay, whew. Alright. No time to look at the pre-Zerglings. Or the cute Zerglings, but things can be pretty and cute. They can be pretty cute.
Our forces are under attack.
Terran's still holding on, eh? Alright, well, I mean, I don't think that's gonna be the case for much longer.
Our forces
Probably they have tanks on the high ground, I'm imagining. That's how them stay alive for so long. Probably do another wave of ultralisks.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, I don't think they're gonna survive from this though. Oh, we did not get any air armor. That's alright, though. You guys can get rid of that. That's alright. It's cool, actually, that they make you fight the UED more in, like, Episode 6 than anything else. Because they're... I think they're your toughest opponents, or, like, combined with Berserk, right? And, like... It makes sense from a narrative perspective, but also if you think about it, it's like, okay, well, for the Terran units, they're using their Brood War units, which is like, okay, well, that makes things a little bit more challenging. And in particular, they have the medics, so it's like, okay, well, medics heal everything that's biological, so like they help with bio. However, that also means that they can heal Zerg units. So what we're going to do is we're going to pair the medics with Zerg units and make the fights even more challenging. And it's like, that's devious. Like, that's a, you know, that's the synergy that really works out well. It's cool to see that here, and like the fact that they worked that into the last campaign. That's really neat. Which I don't know if I'm really blowing my brains out, but then like as you play more of the campaign, like you get to see more and more of that. And that's basically what gets to amount to. Oh yeah, it's just like this little blue base that was right here. And I completely glossed over it. I was too busy wiping away off the face of the universe. Which, I mean, it happens, you know, every now and then you want to go on a killing spree and then, like, UED pay the price for it, you know? You guys can contribute to the fight, you know this, right? Anytime you feel ready. Oh yeah, there's so many expansions for us to take. Absolutely bananas, man. That should be almost all of them? Look at that, we're back up at 10,000 minerals again. We should see if we can, like, you know, get these minerals for the next mission. Alright, well, there's probably, like, a random missile turret that hasn't been accounted for. Oh, there you go.
The UED's defenses are broken. Arcturus, you may take possession of this world with my blessings.
Don't be snide, Kerrigan. This was part of the deal, remember? I've earned this.
Oh my.
I am Emperor of the Dominion again. I'll be sending General Duke to establish my base of operations in Augustgrad.
I hope you make the most of your reign.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I know what's gonna happen next mission. Yay! Okay, well guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye!